welcome to DBHandmades. My name is Danielle, and today I'm going to be freehanding a crochet costume for my 2-year-old nephew. My niece loves The Little Mermaid. I swear it's her favorite Disney movie, and this year she's going to be Ariel and wants her little brother to match her. So my sister-in-law was like, hey, can you crochet me a Flounder costume? And I love me a challenge, so I'm actually gonna try to do something simple, freehand, like a yellow t-shirt, and then try to do some turquoise accent designs, and then try to do a fin in the back. I don't know how I'm gonna get it to stand up, but again, I really do love a challenge. I'm gonna take you through my whole entire process, of which I don't even know how I'm gonna do this yet. So join me in creating the Flounder costume from The Little Mermaid. I found a free pattern for a kids crochet t-shirt pattern by KristaCodesign.com. Pattern says that I need to use a 3-weight yarn, but I am trying to bust my stash right now and get rid of some yarn. So I am using Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton in the color Buttercup, and it is a 4-weight yarn. It does, the pattern does recommend using a 4mm or G crochet hook. And even though I'm using a thicker yarn, I'm making sure to match the gauge that is recommended in the pattern. I'm wanting to be diligent about that because I can't just go with the flow and have my nephew try it on as I crochet it, because that would be great, but I don't have that luxury. So you can still use different weight yarns as long as you follow the gauge. The pattern recommends making 2 rectangles and then sewing them up here for the shoulders and then on the sides. This is the first rectangle. Now I'm gonna make the second. Hey, so I have a little bit of a confession to make. I was kind of bad filming throughout this process. I haven't been feeling as well. So I've been kind of just crocheting as one does, like I've been just a little crochet gremlin, but I wanted to show you my progress. So I did my 2 rectangles, I sewed them together on the side, leaving enough room for the sleeve. But then, because Flounder has his stripes, my sister-in-law and I agreed that it would be cool to have them on the side so that no matter which perspective you were seeing this outfit, you could still see Flounder's stripes. So if you want to make these cute stripes, go ahead, and I'm going to actually put the directions up here. Go ahead and pause the video. I chained 24 for the shorter ones. 1 slip stitch, 3 single crochet, 3 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then I did 4 triple crochet. And then like I did it in descending order. I turned my chain and then I repeated. So it's kind of uniform on both sides. If you wanted to create this larger one, I chained 32 and then I did 2 slip stitches, 3 single crochet, 3 half double crochet, 4 double crochet, and then 6 triple crochets. 4 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, 3 single crochet, and then I ended with 1 slip stitch, and then I chained 1, and then I turned my work and then did a slip stitch in the same stitch that I just did a slip stitch in. But yeah, I just repeated my directions. Once you create all of your stripes here, then you sew them on your top. Now make sure you do not sew through both sides of your work as you want someone to wear this, right? So the next step was determining if we wanted to do a beanie for my nephew or a hoodie. I came up with the idea of doing a hoodie instead because most of the time Halloween in Florida is very hot, which sucks, but that's just the reality. I crocheted a huge rectangle. I sewed the side of my rectangle to the collar. My next step is figuring out how I'm gonna make the mohawk. I don't think it's gonna be very tall, but I'm gonna take my blue yarn and we're gonna start experimenting. So I have created our little mohawk. I was experimenting with trying to do maybe some wide triangles to make it all spiky, but I'm like, I don't want them to look like a dinosaur. I want my mohawk to stay up. So I did, let's see, 2.75 millimeter or C crochet hook, a chain of 40 single crochets all the way around both sides of the chain on round number 2. Put single crochets in the back loops only so that I was able to sew the mohawk using the front loops only. See, for 4 rounds, I went back and forth, making sure that this side was taller, and then 2 increasing single crochets here. I kind of tapered this a little bit more off too. I'm sewing it through the front loops instead of through the actual body of my work. Make sure to look for these loops here, sew it back in. So I'm switching to a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. I saw a free pattern for a diaper cover by Modern Made Home. I will link it in the description box below. I don't know if I'm doing a diaper cover still or maybe some shorts. We will see, but for now, regardless of which one I do, I'm just going to do this as my waistband. Okay, so I have made my little waistband. I saw a pattern that recommended, okay, once you make the waistband, then you slip stitch into the first stitch to kind of complete the round, and then you can start making your body of your shorts. I have been going off of the pattern from The Magic of Crafting. I'm not following their pattern verbatim, but I'm using it as a guide. After the waistband, I did 3 rows of half double crochets all the way around. Now it says double crochets, but I'm using half double crochets with looser tension. Then I am starting to do increases, so 4 increasing half double crochets evenly placed around the shorts, and so I have those marked off with stitch markers. I'm not marking the first stitch with the stitch marker because obviously that's where I am doing my slip stitch, and then just putting in my increasing half double crochet there. But I think for the next few rounds, I'm basically switching between a round of half double crochets and then 4 more increases and then another round of half double crochets. I know this looks like a skirt, but I promise this is me just adding on rows of half double crochets just to create the body of the shorts. And then in a couple of rounds, I am going to separate, put stitch markers in the middle and start creating each individual leg. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I separated out the middle of the shorts and made sure that there's the same number of stitches on each side. This is absolutely adorable. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to see this on my nephew. Oh my god. I'm just gonna say this, when you're making shorts, don't do the join method because then you'll have this strange line going across. I can see why the person's pattern that I was following along, they wanted to make sure that both sides of the pant were even when it came to the color changes, but when you're just using one color for shorts, maybe just, you know, do continuous rounds. Maybe I'll just tell my sister-in-law, look, this is the back, and you can just have this be the front, and then you tie it off in the back. Just a note, a thing that is bothering me, but it is fine. It's still cute, and it's still fine. Let me continue making the leg, and then I will move on to the next leg. All right, we've made our cute little shorts. Oh my goodness, he's gonna look so precious. I can't stand it. Okay, so next I am going to make a little tie. Well, I've already made it actually. I did a chain of 60 and then I did single crochets along the back bumps. Just chain 1 and then cut a little short tail. Dum forgot that Flounder has a tail, so I made a tail. My sister-in-law said that she possibly wants to attach it, like either with safety pins or something like that. Could use these magnetic snaps. I will have to ask, but I can't believe I almost forgot to make this. So if you want to make a tail like this, chain of 20, and then I did single crochets on both sides of the chain, 3 rounds of single crochets. I did 2 increases each round just to have this like slow increasing look of the tail fin. And then I separated out 3 different spots in the tail, and I made the middle one a little bit bigger than the sides, and then I basically worked left to right, basically treated these as 3 separate entities. I crocheted a couple rounds of single crochets, and then I decreased single crochet, increasing single crochet, and then I did slip stitch, and then I slip stitched down the side. I did some increasing single crochets, a couple on each side, again just to have this come out like that. Single crochet, increasing half double crochet, 2 double crochets, increasing half double crochet, single crochet, and then slip stitch. And then again I slip stitched down the side, and then I did the same thing that I did over here. I have just now finished my nephew's little costume for Flounder from the Little Mermaid. I just showed it to my sister-in-law and she said that it looks really good. I think that is it for this costume, at least for now. I did it a month ahead of time. I got it done. Woo! Well, all I gotta do is ship it off and get it to Florida. So thank you guys for letting me share this adventure in making my nephew's costume with you guys today. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you loved my floundering around while figuring this costume out, go ahead and click subscribe and also click on the bell for notifications. And until next time, stay safe, happy, and healthy, and have a wonderful day. And happy early Halloween. Bye!